Are there any bands you've ever thought of collaborating with at some point?
I've already packed that though.
It's I just met Rick Agnew from the Adolescents for the first time not too long ago, and I'd love to sit down with him someday. And you know, we're pretty good friends with his band, Rick Agnew's Poop. And no, he's an interesting guy. I mean, he's one of the most. He's probably the most influential punk guitarist that that the U.S. has, as far as like the whole. He invented the Southern California sound. I mean, Mike Ness learned how to play from him. You ever sit down and you listen to Amoeba by the Adolescents? You know that?
Yeah.
Amoeba, and then you listen to Social Distortion's 1945. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly the fucking thing.
I actually got a message from the guy in the Detours, and he explained kind of how.
Oh, you just talked to Scott?
Yeah, Gordon.
Gordon, was it? Oh, okay, all right.
Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I guess I'll explain. Anyway, Casey, if I remember correctly, kind of wrote Amoeba, or he wrote it with Rick, and basically Mike Ness just hated the words, so he ended up going, well, I'll sing this, but I won't sing Amoeba.
Yeah.
So, and then they ended up leaving to do the Detours, and shortly afterward, there's only one recording where it's actually Amoeba to 1945's music, but they shortly went out. I know, I would too. I was kind of trying to tell them, I love, do you have the recording where I could hear it? But so now we've got two people, and I can like send them this video, and we can all start harassing everyone.
It's secondhand information. No, but it's like, I mean, you can hear it. It's right there. It's like.
Well, I mean, the first thing I said when I heard the song was, yeah, see, this I can really get into. It's kind of got like the whole OC Punk, Amoeba, Adolescents thing going on. But anyway, so they played it with the 1945 music with the Amoeba lyrics. And shortly after they recorded that, it got totally reworked into the single version, and then got totally reworked into Adolescence to what you hear today. And this is our history lesson in punk, children.
I'll give you one more I heard too, is that Rick actually wrote Bloodstains by Agent Orange.
Oh, wow.
And got no credit for it. And I heard that on, Good Faith too, so I don't know what the deal is with it, but anyway, I mean, he just got fucked over. I don't know. I don't really know the whole deal, but like, I mean, just watching the guy play was just incredible. I just sat there and I was like, huh? He sits there and plays like all this kind of shit and fucking and like, he was passed out when I first saw him. He was passed out on the ground. And I was like, no, Rick, no, you're not going to play? What are we gonna? And they're like, oh, he'll play. Like, well, he can't even speak. How's he going to play? And I was like, I go, Rick, this is Clif from the Freeze. Just nod your head if you know who I am. Like, I promised me to play. He goes. So anyway, there was time for them to play and stuff, and I go, Rick, you promised me to play. He's still laying there passed out. He reaches his hand up, and I pull him up, and he's got no shoes on. He's like in his shirt's unbuttoned and stuff. And he walks up, he grabs some other person's guitar and looks on the ground for a broken pick or something, and just starts fucking playing like I've never seen anyone play in my life. Breaks like 3 strings about 5 songs into it, throws the guitar down and walks back, passes out again. I've never seen anything like it. I just wish I could do that. Give me an excuse to get off a few songs early and pretend I'm passed out back here. But anyway, yeah, Rick Agnew. It actually might happen too. Who knows?
What do you think of the Vatican's top 10 rock album list? Have you seen that one?
No, but I'm really.
It's got.
I'm sure it's interesting.
Correct. It's got the Beatles' Revolver, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Pink Floyd, The Wall, I believe. And it's mostly 60s bands, but it goes down to some more popular in the 80s and 90s, like Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory.
So they're good. Yeah, that's nice. They've got like the Beatles on there with John Lennon said he's bigger than Jesus, and Pink Floyd, the big acid band, and Oasis, the big fucking alcoholic brothers fight in the stage band, and that's beautiful. Who gives a fuck what the Vatican thinks anyway? Fucking anything to do with organized religion, and just go fuck itself as far as I'm concerned. I don't pretend I know what happens after you die, but anyone that tells me that they know what happens after you die can just go fuck themselves. Because no one knows. I'm not ruling anything in or out.
I know what happens after you die.
You die?
You start to decay and smell like shit.
You've had your nose right in there?
Oh yeah.
No, that's not.
Straight in there.
You know, my brother died of a brain tumor in '91. It's not like I think I'm going to go meet him again in heaven. You know, it's this kind of thing. It's like, you know, when you die, that's what I think. When you die, you die. I think that like your brain records still. Your brain works 5 to 6 minutes or so when your heart stopped. And for me, heaven and hell, if you've been a good person for most of your life, you know, and you know you've done what you've wanted to do. You've saved. If you wanted to bring your kids up and they were successful, whatever you wanted to do. If you're happy, you'll die happy, and you'll have those happy thoughts in your head or whatever as you die. You know, as your brain fades away, and that's heaven to me. And you know, and if you were a fucking child molesting asshole or some pedophile priest or didn't realize your potential, or even try to go after your dreams or something, you're gonna be haunted by that and on your way out when you die, and that's hell to me. And that's all. You know, that's my opinion on it. And if you'd like any more deep opinions from Clif Hanger and whatever subject you like, just ask for me.
I was going to ask too, coming from the East Coast and then you've been to the West and all that, how would you kind of compare the scenes there back in the day?
I mean, the East Coast was always more uptight. I mean, it was factionalized. It was great for a while, a couple of years. All the bands played together, all the bands got along well and stuff, and then the straight edge thing came in and just like split the whole scene. And we were old enough. We were a little older than, well, a couple years older than most of the bands, but like us, we've been around for a little bit longer. And all those same people that were in the straight edge bands used to come see us before they started their own bands. And again, once they started the bands, we'd all play together. And then, suddenly this whole straight edge thing started. Minor Threat, and then they had to follow that. And it put bands like Gang Green and stuff like that really in the middle of it. And they didn't know where to go, who to play with, and it just like we just split the scene up, and it was too bad. And and then all these people like Al from SSD and guys from Slapshot and stuff, whatever. All hardcore for life and stuff. And what do they do 2 years later? Put out heavy metal albums. I mean, please, How We Rock It. It's like
shit. Interview
yeah, I mean, How We Rock. I mean, come on. I mean, we're the we're the last band left around. All these bands that like oh, we're gonna be here for life. This is how it's done. Do as I say, not as I do. Fuck that.
Do as I say, not as I do.
You smoke, dude?
Yeah, I do.
Not as I do.
You guys come here and ruin every fucking thing I've ever tried to do.